Yeah, one of the things about the Trump administration and some of the folks in that mix,
The characters.
the characters in that mix is they have a very prickly relationship with what they consider to be a hostile deep state. Some of that is probably quite healthy. Some of that is probably quite misplaced and paranoid. But both exist, right? The reasons to be suspicious and the reasons to probably claim that some of the stuff is does not belong in the realm of so. I think a part of that Trump world, as pro-Greater Israel as it is, looks with suspicion at the idea of, are we trying to be dragged into a regional war here? Does it go from here to something bigger, to Iran? Is that good? If we are doing things on the tariff front and on the US labor force because of our very far-reaching positions on immigration, with which I have huge issues and disagree vehemently. But if we are doing those things, then there is a certain inflationary concern that those can raise, which is not good for how we want to manage our economy. War in the Middle East is a trifecta of inflationary things, and it's not on our agenda. So I think there's a well-founded suspicion about being pulled into some of that. Again, it doesn't change most of the fundamentals when it comes to how Palestinians over there in the region will be viewed, or Palestinians back home in America who are asserting their right to speak about this issue, to campaign around this issue, to hold people accountable. And it's going to be a really harsh domestic environment for those rights of Americans who... On the Democrat side, will we now see a shift? Will people reflect on the staggering failure of the Biden administration? And here, if you really show contempt for your own voting public, apparently there's a price to pay. And they showed contempt across so many fronts, but right there in Exhibit A is how they handled this question. And either they will learn that lesson and there will be an alternative worthy of the name, or there won't. That's for them to decide.